Hey guys, welcome to this series of Mastering MongoDB. In this video, we are going to learn about MongoDB aggregations. So, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Rahul and I make videos like this. If you haven't subscribed me yet, go hit the subscribe button down there. If you are seeing this video for the first time, I'm attaching the link in the I button also in the description. You should start from the very first video for better understanding. So let's get started with the next question that we have. So it says calculate the total amount of each transaction from sales. So let's have a look on sales collection first. So from sample supplies, we can find sales here, right? So if you see, we don't have total amount in this already present. So we need to calculate that. So, and if we check the items array from this, we see that we have multiple objects and inside this object, we have price and quantity. So using this, we have to calculate the total amount for each transaction that has happened. Okay. So for that, I think the first approach should be to unwind all these items so that we can get individual object from this to calculate the price for that particular object. So let's go to the aggregation and do this first. Okay. So let's go to text, and from text, so the first stage will be unwind. Let's create that $unwind, and we don't want all this extra information. So let's remove it and simply pass here $, and we want items. Right? So let's see the result. Now we can see it has created multiple copies of each and every document with different items in it. And here it is an individual object. And in the previous document, it was an array, but here we have individual objects for all, right? So now let's create our next stage where we are going to multiply the quantity and price, right? So for that, we are going to use project here. So $project. And inside this, first thing that we want to project is the ID itself. So ID, and let's keep it as 1. So now we have to multiply the quantity and price for each and every object that was present inside the items. So let's keep it as item price and item price, right? And in this we are going to multiply. So $multiply. Now multiply will be a list object, and inside this, first thing that we are going to pass is $items.quantity, and then we'll pass here the price. So items.price, right? So now as we can see, our price is calculated for each and every item that was present. So along with this, let's also print the date and time at which this entry was created. Now let's add the timestamp as well. So let's keep it as TS equals. So here we can write first quotes and then $sales date. Perfect. So now we have all the documents with their prices and the timestamp as well. So here we have all the price. Now we have to sum up everything. So for that, we are going to create another stage, and this is going to be a group stage where we'll group it on the basis of IDs, right? So here it will be $ID, and further we are going to calculate the price of every item. So here we can write total amount, and this will be a sum. So $sum here, and we are going to sum this item price from this. So we'll copy and $paste. Correct. So we have the total amount present here now, right? So we can see it has grouped every item now. So that's quite good. Now after getting total amount, let's also print the timestamp. Okay. So we can write here TS, and here we need the first timestamp because we had multiple collections. So we just need the first one. So we can write here $first, and in this we can pass TS. So that is $TS, right? So now we have everything as expected. Okay. So this was the question that we need to sum up everything. So we have achieved that. Let's summarize everything that we have done in this question to solve. So the first thing that we did was unwinding the items. So after unwinding, we had every object. Then further we use the project stage where we have multiplied the quantity and the price to calculate item price. So it was as the object was unwinded. So we are using here item price because each and every document stores only one item. So here we have used item price, and further in the last stage, we are simply grouping it on the basis of ID. And after that, we are calculating the total amount. And in this, we are simply summing up the item price that we had earlier, right? So this was all about this question. So now let's move on to the next one. So here it says calculate the max sales every year from the sales collection. Now again, we have to operate over the sales collection. and this time we have to find the maximum sales that every document has made, and we have to find it from the year. So suppose it's 2023 and we have to find the maximum sales from this. So for that, let's have a look on the sales collection first. So here from sample supplies, we can see the sales here, right? And if we check the items from this, and inside item, if you check the first object, it says price and quantity. So it has not calculated the overall price. So the accumulated price is not given here. So let's go to aggregation and do it, right? So we are going to use text again. And inside this, our first task is to unwind all the items that we have, right? So here we are going to use unwind, $unwind. And in this, we don't want all these, so we can remove it. And here let's pass $items. Okay. So now we can see the documents are splitted on the basis of items present. Okay. So this is now an object, and earlier it was array. Now our next task is to calculate total amount from each and every item that is present here. So for that, we are going to multiply price and quantity, right? We'll simply add a comma here, and we are going to use project. So $project. And in this, first thing that we are going to do is calculate year as well, because further we have to work on year. We are going to write here year, $year from timestamp. So $year from $sales date, sale date actually. So now we can see we have all the years all together. Perfect. Now our next task is to calculate price of each and every document. So for that, we are going to write here item price, and in this we are going to use $multiply, and in multiply it will be a list object, and inside this we are going to pass first $quantity. So let's select that, and then we have $items.price. So it has now calculated the price along with year. Now our next state is going to be the group state, where we will sum up this item price, and also we are going to group it on the basis of all these IDs, because we have split it on items, right? So let's sum up that. Okay. So here we are going to use $group, and we don't want all these extra information, so we'll remove. And here we are going to pass year ID first, so $ID. And after this, we need to sum up everything, total price, and this will be sum of all the item prices. So we are going to use $sum, and this will take $item price. So now we can see our sum has been done. We are now able to check the total price, but along with this, we also need our year into it, using which we are going to calculate of which year this data is. So let's write here year, and this is $first, and here we can write $year. So now we can see year along with total price present here. So in the question, it was asked to find maximum sales that was done per year. So now what we have to do, we have to find the maximum price of every year. So let's suppose here is 2015, and from 2015 to 2876 was the highest price. So we need to calculate the maximum out of year. So now we need to group it on the basis of year first, and inside that we are going to calculate the maximums. Again, this will be another group stage. So $group, and we'll remove these extras, and here we can write $year. And after this, we want the maximum price. So max sales transaction, and in this we are going to write max. So $max, and this will take this total price from this. So we'll just copy it and write here. So again, quotes $, and we'll paste it. So now we can see we have got year-wise max sales that was expected. And if we want to sort this result, we can simply add another stage, and let's do that as well. So from this, we can sort it on the basis of year. So $sort, and this needs to be on _ID. So _ID, because this is our year now, and we want to sort it on -1. So the latest data will come first, that is 2017, then 16 we have, right? And this is how we have solved the question. So let's summarize it. So first, we unwinded everything from items to get individual item. Then we have multiplied the quantity and price to calculate the item price, and further we have summed all these item price on the basis of group ID that we have, right? And at the end, we are simply calculating the maximum from every year that we have. So this is how we have solved it. Now let's move on to the next question. So now let's move on to the last question that I have. So this one says, get list of 3 top rated movies 2000 onwards each year. Use movies collection. So here we have to firstly find all the movies that are coming after 2000. After that, we have to sort it on the basis of ratings, and then we need to calculate only 3 top rated movies each and every year. So for this, we are going to use multiple stages. So let's go and have a look on the movies collection and write the aggregation for same. So inside the sample mflix, we have the movies collection. Now if we observe this, we can see that we have year field already present, so we don't need to calculate it. But if we talk about rating, we can see the rating inside this IMDb, right? So it is an object, and inside object we'll get the rating. So let's go to aggregation and first find all the queries that are coming after 2000. So all the movies that are released after 2000. So let's go to aggregation, and here we can go to this text. Now the first stage is going to be our match state, so $match, and the query is going to be year. So year greater than 2000. So for that, we're going to use another object, and inside this we'll pass greater than and equal to 2000. So now we see all these movies which are greater than 2000. So now in the next stage, let's first sort this on the basis of year, and after that we can sort it on the ratings. So let's create our next stage, that is going to be the sort. So $sort, and the first field is year field, so year. So we are going to order it in descending order, so -1, and the next field is our rating, so IMDb, and inside IMDb we have rating, and this will again be -1 because we want top 3 results only. So yeah, we have done this. Now we can get all these results, right? So now the next stage that we are going to write is the group stage, where we'll group all the movies on the basis of their year, right? So let's do that, and this will be $group. Okay, we don't need all these, so we'll remove, and here we want it on the basis of year, so let's pass year here. So $year, right? So now we have all the years, but we cannot see any other fields. Now here comes the twist. Now we have to store all the movies with their ratings, but as we have already sorted this collection, right, on the basis of year and rating, so our data is already sorted. So we'll get all our top rated movies at top. So now we can simply write here top movies. So this top movies is going to be an array. So we have to push all the names and ratings in it. So we can write here $push, and inside push we can specify title. So title will be $title, and then we can write here rating. Now this rating is going to be $, and IMDb rating. So we can simply select this. Now if we check the result from all these top movies that are present here, we can simply click and see the objects present. So we can see the top rated movies here, like the North and South is rated 9, and further we have 8.9 and 8.6. So this all data is already sorted. Now our task is to simply slice all this information to 3, right? So for that, we can write another stage, and this is going to be a project stage. So we can write $project, and this will have year. So year is $_ID, right? So this will give year as year, right? And we don't want ID, so we can write here _ID as 0. Okay. And after all this, we want the top 3 movies. So we can simply write here top 3. And here we are going to use the slice. So we can use dictionary and write $slice. And this slice takes a list. Now here we're going to first pass this array. So let's copy it, and we can write here quotes and then $, and simply paste it. And in this we want only 3 objects. So now if we check the results from here we can find that title live has rating 9.2, and further if we see it is 9, and the next one is 8.7. So this gives all our top rated movies year wise, but we can see that this is not sorted in order. So at the end we can write here $sort, and this time we are going to sort it on year. So we can simply pass year, and this will be, let's take it as 1. So from 2000 onwards, we have all the top 3 rated movies. And if we open this, and we will get all the objects, right, with their ratings present. So this was all about this question. And by this, we have completed 10 questions on aggregations. In all these 10 questions, I have tried my best to put all the aggregations that we commonly use. So I hope you are now able to write the complex queries on yourself. And if you want to learn more on MongoDB, do drop a comment in the comment section and I'll surely make videos on them. Till then, happy coding.